Yo, 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 it's your boy DJ Creations. Welcome to another episode of the Daily Vibes. Woo! It's been a long, productive week, but guess what? We got Daily Vibes merch in stock and ready to ship. Check us out at www.nycreationshop.com. Once again, www.nycreationshop.com. I've been excited to do this episode. I got a special guest with me, my homegirl. She's a serial entrepreneur, got multiple businesses, one of the few women in Atlanta that's doing her thing with motion, consistent motion. I just want to pass the platform to her for her to say who she is and what she does. Jassy, take it away.
My name is Jassy. I own a business called 1227 Events, also a business 1227 Designs. I'm a event planner slash interior design. And, I'm just doing a lot around the city.
Yeah, man. We definitely met at Toast Restaurant. She was doing a party, and I was booked to do Tamara's birthday party. And yo, that shit was a vibe. Like she had like a safari theme. Everything was crazy. She had dances. Somebody playing the cello. It was crazy. Like, so tell me about that. Like,
You know what's crazy? That was like one of my first like real events.
word.
Like I had just started doing. It's like crazy how I got into this. So that was in October, and I had technically like I wasn't really a real like event planner then. Like I was just now like getting my feet wet really. The shout out to Tamara though also. She also helped me elevate a lot.
Shout out to Tamara.
She definitely helped me elevate a lot. And make sure y'all go eat at Toast on Lennox or
Delicious.
Midtown. Right. But so that previous September, I'm just like a really good organizer. I always like have been. So my friend it was her 30th birthday. She just was like, I feel like I don't need to pay anybody. Like you could do this. Like, you organize shit all the time. Like she just like, you could really do this. So I was like iffy. Then I was like, okay. I just started like doing research. Cause I had big parties before. So I knew at least the basics. Like, okay, I have to find vendors. So I planned her party and then it just like went up. Like people was just like, oh my God, like who is your event planner and this and that. And this was actually in Houston. And so it was just crazy. Like, I don't know, I was getting all these inquiries. I was like, I don't want to be no event planner. I always said like I would never have a business that deal with giving a service.
Right.
Because I'm a people's person, but I don't like dealing with people. So I just was like, I don't know if I want to do this
Right.
and that. And I was like, also like, maybe it's like an undiscovered like craft or something I have. Like, I don't know. So let me just see. So it was like then my other friend's birthday was also coming up right after Tamira's birthday. So she was already like, "You're doing my party." Like, and I was telling her like, "Yo, I think you should hire somebody more experienced." Like, now this is in Atlanta. I'm like, I don't really know. Like, I just did this as a favor for a friend. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing, honestly. And then I got a call from a friend that referred and was like, "Hey, Tamara's looking for somebody to do her party. She does events, but she doesn't want to plan her birthday herself. Like, and I told her about you. She wants to sit down." So I went to Toast and I sat down with Tamira, and it's like, I've always been like a visionary.
Yeah.
Like I could see something and be like, no, move this way, or like, oh, y'all should add this. This is fire. And so we just like started talking about themes and this and that. And I'm like, oh, you want to have it at Toast? Like, y'all already have like such a greenery aesthetic. Like, so we have to do something like a Chane or Forest Vibe, Garden Vibes, whatever. And she was just liking the ideas I pitched. And she was like, okay, like, I'm going to trust you.
Right.
So I was just like, I was honored because I was like, damn, Tamara really does big events herself. Like, she could
Wow.
really do this with her eyes closed and plan this shit probably in a day. So it was like, I had like a little less than 2 weeks and we planned the party and it just turned out amazing. And it just went up from
That
there.
party was amazing, and I didn't even know that was your first.
Yeah, it was technically like my first like real like actually
Wow.
getting booked, paid to be a planner. Like I was figuring out so much like how
That's
do I charge? Like
crazy.
I was trying to figure out so many things. Like but I'm always the type of person like if I say I'm gonna do something, like I'm gonna do the research and I'm gonna really teach myself like how to perfect it. So it was like I was already looking into vendors, like
Yeah.
hashtagging on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. And I was putting it together and I was just like, okay, like it was a headache a little bit, but it got figured out. So I'm like,
Wow.
all right, maybe if I take this serious, like, I could really do this. Then it's like I did my friend's event a week later and I just like got better. And then it's like I just constantly was just getting booked. So I'm like, all right, maybe this
This
is
is
something I
something you
should
need to
take
do.
serious. Right.
Yeah.
But I'm also not the type of person like just because like the money is coming in or whatever, if I'm not generally happy doing it, I usually won't do it. But I've always like just had a eye for just designing, period, like home interior, just certain things like that. So I just like it's the same lane, kind of like
Right.
I'm still looking at a space and somebody's pinching me, like inspo ideas, whatever, and I'm still creating a vision for them. So I was just like, all right, let me stick to it. And I mean, it's just been going
The
crazy
rest
for
is
me,
history.
right? Like it's just been going
Yo,
crazy for
you
me,
did a great job because, like, I'm here thinking, like, you did, like, multiple
right?
parties in your experience. So for that to be your first party,
Right.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I was shocked myself though too. Like, okay, like you when you really put like your mind to something, it's like crazy what you could really do.
Right.
Because I even shocked myself. Like, I even shocked myself. But it's crazy because now, like, I've been an event planner for almost 2 years, maybe like a year and a half now, and I look back at the event like, damn, I would have did so much stuff different.
Hmm.
But it's like it's crazy because to everybody else on the outside, it was an amazing event.
Yeah.
But me now, like really being in this field, it's like, damn, like I really could have went crazy.
Right. You
I really
definitely
could have
did a
went
good
crazy.
job because, like, I didn't even know that was your first time because,
Yeah.
yo, like, I thought it was like you've been doing this for 10 years, da da da.
No,
Like,
oh my God.
that was amazing. Like,
Thank
for
you.
real. Like, that was crazy. But other than that, I've been seeing you doing big things like far as you design Little Baby's restaurant.
Yeah, so shout out to Chad, by the way.
Shout out to Chad.
Yeah, shout out to Chad. So me and Chad always had like that friendship to where it's like I was Chad's like assistant before I even was an event planner. So it was like I was already doing like little things for him. Or if Chad would call me and be like, hey, like, what you think about this sign or something? Like he knew like I just had an eye for certain things. And I'd be like, no, change it this way or this font. Like I always critique like little shit he asked me about. So it's like when the little baby opportunity came about, I was already like I was just doing my events
Hmm.
really. And it's like, yeah, like I kind of helped Chad with the boiler, but not as much with the design, just more so on like the back of office and like, the flow of the restaurant type of things. So that was just like my first opportunity, really, really like, okay, coming in a restaurant saying like, okay, the walls and just fully like really designing it. And Chad, he helped me a lot with it because of course
Right.
it's like now I'm learning about different things. Like I need to learn about different materials, like what. So it's like, and we're doing this fast. That restaurant we did that in probably like 30 days.
Wow.
So it's like it was like a fast paced thing, but it's like I pick up really, really fast on
Yeah.
certain things, and it's like I kind of was taking it a little more serious because I'm like, okay, one, this is a restaurant. Like this is not an event that's just gonna happen for 1 day, two
Right.
days, and it'd be over. Like this is something that's gonna be up. Like this is somebody's investment.
Hmm.
So it's like I kind of took it a little more serious, and Chad is kind of also like a mentor to me when it comes to like business, just because he has been in the entrepreneur lane, the restaurant lane for so long. So it kind of helped me, but honestly, I hate to say it, but it was just like it was easy. Yeah, it
Wow.
really because he gave me a vision like it's in the heart of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And baby just was like I kind of just had like full creative control. Like
Hmm.
I'm asking Chad like, what do you and baby want and like and this and that, like what's going on? And he's just like, oh well, baby wants it just to feel like Atlanta, like, it's in the heart, like of where he's from, this and that. Like, he wants it to also feel hip hop. So I'm like, okay, like let's take, the monument places in Atlanta and make that do that as a wall design and just incorporate his favorite artists,
Artist.
hip
Yeah.
hop,
I
right?
seen that with
And
all the
so,
or was it
yeah.
graffiti or is just art?
Yeah, so no, it's actually vinyl wraps. Yeah, it's
Wow.
actually the walls is actually custom wraps by Hendrik Designs. She's
Great job.
amazing. Yeah, I always could like I give her a vision like, hey, like I want you to take this, this and that, and then incorporate this in the background. We just play with the design
Hmm.
until it's perfect. And it's like I literally told her like, hey, I want to take like the monument. I seen a picture of like the Brooklyn Bridge
Yeah.
and it was like somebody in the background. I don't know if it was I can't remember if it was Jay Z. It was somebody in the background
Yeah.
of it, and I'm like, damn, this is like really dope. It was like a
Yeah.
painting or something, and I'm like, it just clicked to me like
Yeah.
this is like the route I need to go. So I told her like take all the monument areas like in Atlanta, like the Brave Stadium, Varsity, like things people grew up on, and I'm
Right.
just like put that in a design, and I'm like and just incorporate the artist that he wants in there, and it's like
That's
it
dope.
took us one time to get it right, and then we
Wow.
just
And it made it to the news and everything,
right,
right? So
yeah.
and what was they using what were they saying about you? Like it was like a black woman did
You
this.
know what's so crazy? I actually hate it like
You
all the
hated
media because
that.
I'm like, why they keep just saying a black
Black
woman?
woman.
Like,
Like say your
I'm like,
name.
yeah, no.
Right.
I mean, they were still saying my name, but
Right.
it just kind of just was like I don't want it to make it look like. Of course, like I love our black community. And it's very important. You know that we continue to support and uplift each other, but it's like still, I just don't want to be put in like that black
In that
enterprise
box.
lane,
Yeah, you're
right? Because
bigger than
I
that.
want to be exactly.
Right.
So I kind of just felt like okay, like I just kept saying black woman, just black woman,
Yeah.
designed by a black woman, and it was like low key cringy, but I was just like still thankful because it's brought a lot of opportunities to me, and everybody's like, damn, who's this girl that did this and this and that. So when I was telling people like this was really like my first restaurant I ever designed, they're like, wow, like
Wow.
you know what I
So
mean? And I
question, sorry
yeah,
to
go
cut
ahead.
you. So you started last year as an event planner?
So I started I'm gonna count Tamara's party as the first. I
Okay.
started in October 2022. I'm
Wow.
gonna say that's when I started. I
You
started in
hear that,
October
guys?
2022.
She started in 2022. She just started and she's already doing big names like Tamara, Lil Baby. I'm sure there's more. Who else? I know there's more. I already know. Like
Right.
that's crazy. So anybody that's up and coming, want to be an event planner and wants to, you know what I'm saying, start, just go ahead and start and keep pushing cuz you never know who you're going to meet
Yeah.
and what events you're going to do. So, as Jassy did, she just started off of just, off of conversation and meeting people and it worked out for her. So like can you give us the start of you're from Houston, correct?
Yeah.
So like how was the startup in Houston to Atlanta? Like
So what was crazy is that I only did one event in Houston. Like, and it wasn't even like I said, I can't count it as an event because it was that previous event in September that I did for a friend.
right.
Just doing it. Like, you know how you tell your friends, like, oh, plan my birthday and this and that.
Yeah.
Like, it was one of those type of things. She's like, I feel like you could plan my birthday and like, you could find the people to do what I want. Like, you know me, you know what I want.
Yeah.
So it's like that was the only time like I actually just really, really did an event in Houston.
Yeah.
Like my targeted marketing was in Atlanta. Like I did that, and because I was living in Atlanta
Yeah.
though, but it's like it just people seen it, and like my demand in Atlanta was just like
It
everybody
went
was just
crazy.
inquiring, right? So it was just like it's crazy that I literally just did that in Houston, and then it just turned into so much.
Mhm.
Like you just never know.
Okay. So another thing too, I see that you're the brand ambassador of James Harden's new wine, as you can see right here. Check it out right here, James Harden new wine. He has all types of flavors. So like, how did this started? This is crazy. Like,
Super crazy. So his brand overseer, which is Molo, she's also from Houston. So
okay,
of course we all know each other from Houston, whatever. So they were doing an actual event. He was starting like right when the wine was coming out. He first started with the red wine and the Cabernet,
hmm
and now the Prosecco was coming on the market. So when the Prosecco was rolling out, they're like, "Hey, he had a game in Atlanta, which is crazy." And Molo called me, and was like, I actually got hired as the event planner to just do the event. She's like, hey, he just released his wine, da da da. He's now releasing a prosecco, and
hmm
she's like, we're getting it out on the brand. It's coming into stores this week. So she's like, we're just in all major cities. Like, we're just trying to do private tastings, these events. So she's like, she was actually in Houston
right,
at the time. This is like literally crazy because we put that event together in like a day.
wow,
So she just called me and was like, hey, I kind of think I found a location. She's like, can you go see it? So I go see the location for them. I FaceTime them, show them the building, this and that. She's like, how do you think, it flowed? They wanted it to be like a restaurant, like a dining setting,
yeah,
but they wanted to do open bar. They wanted to cater to it being a wine tasting.
hmm
So I literally was just hired as the event planner. And the event just turned out well. And then just like a week, 2 weeks later, she's like, hey, we're starting this program and we're hiring a brand ambassador in different cities to push the brand. So she's just like, James loves what you did with the event, da da da. So she's just like, we want to offer you the position of being an Atlanta brand ambassador. And I accepted the position and just,
that's
it's just been
crazy.
ever
You
since.
hear that, guys? That's an amazing story. Like,
Yeah.
she did a perfect job creating this event, and James Harden, the basketball player, saw that and he was amazed. And now she has a job as a brand ambassador of James Harden wine. That's crazy. So I see that you did multiple like events for James Harden as well. You did one at Fade and Facet, and that was a success, right?
Yeah. So we basically, what we do is basically like liquor activations, like brand activations. What we do is we come in to, we reach out to different establishments that potentially have the market for, what we're trying to sell, because at the end of the day, the ultimate goal is for people to buy it.
Right.
So it's to get it in as many restaurants, as many establishments, as many stores as we can. So you can't do that without any marketing or promo. So I love how the Atlanta market is reacting to it,
Yeah.
because people like it. So it's like we literally come, we create our own drink menu, and then what we do at the end of the event is like if you want to purchase the red wine, whatever, from your distributor, the prosecco, whatever you choose to purchase. If you like the recipe, the drink recipe that we had on our menu, which 9 times out of 10 they do, you could put it on your menu.
Oh,
We don't,
wow.
yeah, we don't care. You could put it on your menu.
You hear that? For
Yeah.
all restaurants that's interested in that, tune in.
Yeah, hit me up. If you want to purchase any James Harden wine or want to know who to get it from, let me know. So yeah, it's just definitely it just turns into so many things. So
Right.
that's why I always tell people, like, is no limitations to anything that you do, because you never, like, who knows? I thought I just was gonna be an event planner now,
Yeah.
like, and it's like now I've had so many multiple jobs and I'm in so many different lanes that it may tie into it, may not, but it's all working out.
Okay. And what other restaurants do you work with?
So I'm currently working on Chad is like my primary, like.
Big Boss.
Right. And Chad has about one, two, it's about 4 restaurants right now under construction that we're doing the build out. We have a Caribbean spot that we actually are done with that will be opening very, very soon downtown.
Wow.
So yeah, it's gonna be a nice vibe, upscale Caribbean food, a DJ, like it's hookah. It's a nice vibe, but the restaurant is nice. Like
Okay.
it reminds me of, like, it's gonna give us like that Atlanta Playa feel. Like
Okay.
it's nice. It's nice.
Okay. I'm looking forward
So
to that because I
that's,
love
yeah,
Caribbean food,
yeah,
and all the people that love Caribbean food, know where to go.
yeah,
But I see that you're an Aries.
yes.
I'm an Aries too. So when is
March or April?
April?
Okay.
When
I'm
is
an April
your
Aries. I'm April Aries. March Aries a little different, but I'm an
okay?
April Aries. So okay.
When is your birthday?
April 11th.
Wow. Mine's the 10th.
Oh, really?
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
period.
Wow. You see that? Aries be taking over, baby. But that's what's up. I just want to ask. So, what you got coming up for Valentine's Day? Or you got any businesses for that as well?
So Valentine's Day, which is crazy since last year was like my first Valentine's Day as an event planner.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day is like crazy for me, like super, super crazy for me. It takes me, like, me and my team, like 2 days to prep at least.
Hmm.
Like, even for me hiring vendors, but it's like Valentine's Day is like, I expect one of my setups on Valentine's Day to go viral. Yeah, I have somebody that's going really, really crazy. So it's like, it's going to be super nice though. But yeah, Valentine's Day is always a busy, busy time for me. Like, I don't accept no other bookings or nothing around it, just because, like, the preparation for it, it's a lot.
That's
Like,
crazy.
it's a lot. So
So, if y'all need any Valentine's gift packages, anything set up, event planner, you know who to hit up. You know what I'm saying? She does a great, great job. My next question is for you. So, is there any challenges in this um industry that you work in?
yes, yes. So one thing about event planning is, which I kind of knew this, getting myself in. That's why I said I never wanted to provide a service, because it's too much pressure.
Right.
And like the day of my events, my anxiety be so bad, I be feeling like I'm gonna pass out. Like seriously, sometimes I be having to take little breaks. Like I
Yeah.
might take a shot or something. Like my nerves be so bad. Like I literally just, like, I have to go do something that relaxes. Like I
Right.
could be calm, like the whole day could be smooth, and then it's like I could be on my way and I'm having a panic attack,
Yeah.
because it's always something. I hate to say it, but it's just true. It don't matter if you start planning something a year in advance,
There's
6 months
still
in
something
advance,
popping up.
2 weeks in advance. something is always going to go wrong.
Right.
And people don't understand that. But and of course, when people are spending 20, 30,000, whatever they're going to spend on a party,
They
they
think
don't
it's
want to hear that.
yeah. They think
Which
it's
I
gonna
understand 100%. So it's
yeah.
like the pressure is even on me more to make sure, like, okay, they don't know what's going on.
Right.
Like, that's always my ultimate goal. Like, they don't need to know what's going on behind the scenes. Like, I don't want them to walk in and be like, what happened in this and that? Like, I'm very big on having it figured out
Yeah.
before the event time. And it's a challenge because you're depending on so many other people
Right.
to like make something happen for you. So it's like the pressure of that is just it's a lot.
Yeah. I
But
definitely understand
at this
because
point it's
yeah.
like I've just I expected every event. Like it
Right.
doesn't get easier though. Like it doesn't get easier. It's just one of those things that I just accept it. Like I
Yeah.
just walk in the building now like
Fuck
what's
it.
about to go wrong? Like
Yeah.
tell me now. Like who's late? Like I just walk in the building like somebody just tell me what's going on now. Like it's always something. But I work with a lot of people. I try to work. I almost work with the same people almost every event.
Right.
Sometimes I do work with newer vendors or vendors I might not work with more frequently, but for the most part, I pretty much have my solid team of vendors for every event that has things that I need, that I trust and rely that they're going to make it happen for me. And they know me at this point, like, yo, Jazz is going to be mad about this.
Yeah.
Or, hey, they tell me it's a problem, but listen, well, I have a solution for you. So I'm like, just don't tell me the problem. Go
Right.
with the solution. Like, they're so used to working with me now to where it makes it a little bit easier. But it's just, it never gets easier.
Yeah, because I had experience. You recently booked me for an event, and I saw there was a lot of pressure under you,
Oh my God.
but you handled it. You know what I'm saying? You handled it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Even under
I'm happy
pressure.
you thought that.
Yeah. So you did it. You did your thing, and I seen it. So it was like it was perfect. So are you like in the future? Are you gonna do like any classes on how to do this, or like
So I feel like eventually, like I may, but I also feel like this business is something because I honestly felt like maybe I should take a class.
right?
I felt like that, and then a dear friend of mine that I work with, What's Poppin' Balloons. I was having a conversation with him about it. He's been in the game like a couple of years, but he's like
Top notch.
yeah,
Yeah.
like his work is just like phenomenal, and he's just his creativity is just like is one of a kind. Like he's one of the best to do it. So I was just talking, and he gives me a lot of guidance also. And even sometimes when I feel like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. He's like, no, like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
all the players I work with, and like I've been working with people that's in the game 20 years, people that have big names. Like you're gonna be that. Like keep going, and like he really keeps me going. But it's like I just don't even know how to explain it because this business is just it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like you could never expect the same thing. Like
Right.
it's just always something.
Yeah.
So I just feel like you can't really teach somebody that. Like somebody kind of has to get their feet wet and go. I'm more of a, like I don't like to hold anybody's hand. Like I have a friend that's an up and coming planner, and she like leans on me a little bit for a lot
Yeah.
of things. And I be telling her sometimes I help her, and then sometimes I'm like, get off my phone, go hashtag on TikTok, this and that, do what I did, like figure it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna learn from me just telling you.
Telling you,
And
yeah.
I had to learn that just because I was thrown into this by
gotta
just
go
a
through it.
coincidence. Like
Yeah.
you really have to just try, and you have to make mistakes to learn.
Right.
Like that's the only way you're gonna know, how to elevate and get better and perfect your craft.
Yeah.
It's like you're gonna fuck up. Like you're gonna have to fuck up, and it might be a small fuck up. Like, damn, I should have did this differently. But you have to do something wrong to know next time. Like, all right, I need to do this differently. So I feel like trying to teach in a class is like I'm probably gonna be open to it, but I just think it's something that just needs to be self taught. Like I think it's just something that it's off of experience. Like
Yeah.
it's literally off of experience because what I may experience, you might not ever experience. Like
That's true.
it might be somebody
That's
coming
true.
up that has did so much research to where they come in the game and they not really having any fuck ups. Like
Right.
because for me, I feel like that's how it was for me. Like I came into it and yeah, I may have had like little slip ups, but to people, it was perfect. So it's like, that kind of is like what really matters. It's
Yeah.
like, because that's what's going to keep you booked.
Right.
Like now, if people see the inconsistency or something in your work, like, oh,
She's not doing it right.
yeah, but when people seeing like to them, I was having consistent good turnouts, and that's why I feel like it took off for me so well. It was just all a self-taught thing. Like I still do research to this day for every event, even though I at this point I really know like what to do.
Yeah.
I still it's always something you can learn in this business because it's kind of like a trendy thing. Like
Right.
it's literally like about shopping or something. Like
Yeah.
one day this designer is popular, the next week is not. It's like that with events. One day this look is popular, the next week is played out.
Right.
Like one day it's fire, next day it's tacky. So it's like you gotta just keep up with the trends, like and just know, just you just have to have a vision for it. Like, you
Okay.
literally just have to have a vision for it.
Yeah, cause I have my sister. My sister, she's an event planner as well, and she just started like probably like a year ago, and she's been doing good as well. Shout out to Perfectly Posh Events. But yeah, I seen her how she do everything, and it's a struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You gotta get everything in the truck. You gotta
yeah,
got you know what I'm saying. Make sure you leave on time and make sure you get there early and set up. So it's a hassle. I definitely
yeah.
understand. So yeah, but is there any other businesses you do? Like I think I seen that you do hair as well, right?
So I had a hair company, and it's crazy because I'm actually about to start working on it to relaunch it. But I had a hair extension line called. It's crazy. All my businesses have the same name.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm like really big on that. Like, cause I've seen like when it comes to marketing and promo, it's like just does wonders for me. So, but I just spell it differently,
right.
or I might just add another word or something. But all my businesses are under 1227.
So what does that number represent?
It's my grandma's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my grandma's birthday. So it's just like, yeah, it's a very meaningful thing to me. So it's like all my businesses is just like I would never name anything else. I don't
Is
know if
she
I'm
here
at,
with us today?
no,
Or?
not anymore.
Okay. Rest in peace. And I
Yeah,
know
but
she looking over you and
yeah.
with all your businesses.
But she used to be on me, like
Right.
she used to be on me, and like she used to push me just to do anything I wanted to do and everything. So it's like I would never change my business's name. Like I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure out how to start spelling it in a different language or something. But
That's
I
love.
always,
I fuck with
yeah, I
that.
always spell it different, but it's like it's always gonna be
Right.
1227. So,
Okay.
and it also helps with marketing because it's like when people see like oh she has a hairline, it's like oh she's an event planner too, or oh she
Right.
does interior designing too. It's like I always would keep it under just one household name. Like it's easy. It's clicks because once when somebody meets me, they always say that like don't you have this too, don't you? So it's like I would never change it.
That's dope.
Yeah, I would never
Hey,
change
don't
it.
change it. You know
I'm
what I'm
not.
saying? You've been having
I
good.
just can't have too many businesses because I don't know
You've been successful.
how many more ways I could spell it.
Yeah. Everything's been going right for you. You've been
Yeah.
successful. So maybe those numbers is lucky and
Yeah, it's like my angel numbers,
yeah.
literally. Like it's literally like my angel numbers.
That's crazy. So you have anything that you wanted to accomplish like this year for you?
Yeah, so this year, right now I'm like scouting for event spaces. So that's like my next it's crazy. Like the final what I really want to do is real estate investment and development in designing. So it's like I still am gonna be an event planner just
Right.
because it's still kinda all similar. But yeah, this year I God willing, I will have my first event location, and then I'm gonna start event rentals, and then I'm gonna get into real estate investment.
That's dope.
You know, flipping houses and just the same build out designing, just like kind of what I do now. It's just like it all just ties into together.
Okay, okay. So like are you single? Are you doing this by yourself? Or like
So I am single, yes.
oh wow.
I like date here and there, but I'm an Aries. You're an Aries, so you should know it's hard to keep. I'm sorry, like it's hard to
Yeah.
keep an Aries attention. Like I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the fire in us or like what it is, but it's like I get bored easily,
Facts,
like
facts.
super super easy. That's why I love that I found a passion for like what I'm doing in my career
Right.
because if it was something I was just good at but I didn't have a passion for it now, I would have been stopped. I wouldn't care like what people think like, "Oh no, but you do so good." But it's like, I generally hate doing it. I would have found something else to do. But it's like I generally enjoy doing it. So it's just like I don't know, dating is like the same for me. It's like if you don't keep my attention, if you don't, it's just
Yeah.
I'm good.
You in the right path cuz like once you focus on your career,
Right,
everything's going to fall in place. You're
right.
going to find the right person. It's just going to come.
I'm
Like,
picky.
hey, I'm picky too.
You
But
know
I
how
found
people
I
be
found
like,
the right one, you know what
right?
I'm
You
saying?
know when people be like, "Oh, your standards are higher. Maybe you should lower your standards." I'm just picky,
Right.
and it's like
There's
I
nothing
hate to
wrong with
say
that
it,
though.
but
There's
it's like
nothing
I'm
wrong
an
with
alpha
that.
female, so it's like men hate that.
Right.
Seriously, like men in Atlanta especially hate that. Like men in Atlanta don't care if you have something going on, and
How
I've
about
been noticed
Houston?
that.
What's up with Houston?
I mean, it's damn near the same.
Same
Honestly,
thing.
Houston, Atlanta is damn near. It's the same thing, but men really, honestly, don't care if you have something going on, and
Right.
I've learned that. But that's just like not me
Shit,
as a
I
person.
care.
No, some do. Some really do, but some don't. Like
Right.
a lot don't.
Yeah.
A lot really don't. So it's like, some men appreciate it, and they love that you have your own businesses and you have something going on. Some really just don't care.
Right.
So it's like, that's why I just date. That's
Yeah, I
that's
feel
why I
you.
just
You
call
know
it.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
just dating. Seeing
Okay.
was for me.
Are you in your 20s?
Yes, I'm about to be 29.
Oh, that's what's up. I'll be 30 next in a couple
Yeah.
months, April 10th. Yeah.
I'm dreading it, but I'm about to be 29.
That's what's up. You doing big things. I ain't gonna
Really,
lie.
I feel like, oh my God,
You
like,
doing big things.
I feel like I'm old.
Nah,
I do.
sometimes I feel old too, but it's like
Yeah, I feel like I'm old.
yeah, it is what it is. We about to hit that 30
The
soon.
only thing I love about an event planning world is like I'm one of the youngest doing it in
Yeah.
Atlanta. So it's like that's one thing. Is like everybody's like, who is this girl and this and that. Like how long? That's the only thing I love about the Atlanta
Right.
market is like everybody that's been an event planner in this city has been doing it 10+ years,
Yeah.
so long. So I love that I'm like one of the younger ones doing it. I'm getting supported the way I'm getting supported. So
Got you.
it's working out.
Are you happy with the support that you're getting, or do you think it should be more?
No, so I'm not one of those people that are like, when people be feeling like, oh, like people don't support me and this and that. Like I never feel that way
Right.
because I just feel like you don't ask for support. It's just given.
It's gonna come.
And it's just like you appreciate the people that give it to you and those that don't. It's just like it's not like it changes anything in your life. So it's like the people that don't support me, it's not like I'm not getting
Yeah.
not booked for it. It's like, it's not changing the flow of my business. So it's like of course I'm thankful to those that do, but I also don't take it personal.
Got you.
Like I don't take it personal. And it's like, I understand people, you never know what somebody's going through also. And it's
Yeah.
like, you never understand the timing and certain things. So it's like, do I expect my friends to be at every event I do? No, I don't.
Nah.
Those that do, I appreciate them. But
Right.
it's like, no, I don't, because sometimes I might not be able to make it to every event. So it's like, it's an understanding thing for me. I understand, things happen in life. People's schedules are different. People are at different lanes. You just never know. So it's like, I never take it personal. Like, I just never take it personal.
Okay, that's what's up.
And also, it's one of those things like, cool, don't support me because like then when I get up there
When I
for
get
real,
up there,
it's like don't talk to me
yeah,
though.
who
Like
you? Who
I'm
you?
gonna remember. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I'ma still fuck with you from a distance, but it ain't gonna be the same. Like
Yeah.
don't be outside the club trying to get in now.
That's the same
Like,
way with me.
That's
I ain't
literally
gonna
how I
lie.
feel. Like
Yeah.
those events that I'm gonna start doing that you gonna want to get in, don't call me now though. That's it. So it's like I don't think nothing of it, but it's gonna come. Like,
Yeah. I already
gonna
see
come.
it in you. Like
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna be
gonna
big.
come.
You're gonna be
Thank
very
you.
big.
Thank
Like
you.
I admire you. I've watched you. I follow you. Like everything, every event you put out, like yo, that shit is amazing.
Thank you.
Very.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to get better every event. It's like I try. But it's just so much like to go into the event planning, the different budgets. It's just like,
Right.
and a lot of people don't understand that either. Like, they don't understand when you have a 10,000 budget and a 20,000 budget. Of course, like the consistency is going to be a little different because the money is different.
Right.
Of course, the bigger the budget, the better, the nicer the event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I think that's one thing that's kind of just like difficult for a lot of people to understand, and it's because they'll take something and be like, "Hey, well, I want it like this," and it's like, "Well, you paid 10,000, that person spent 20," so it's like, I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna execute your vision, but don't expect it to look exactly like this unless, of course, you want to spend more money. So that's probably honestly the hardest part. Like, people literally be wanting the world. Like literally be wanting the world, and it's like they still on the ground. It's
Right.
like relax
Are
a
you
little
picky
bit. Like
with certain type of events or jobs that you pick, or are you just like
this is so crazy. I was just having a conversation last night about this with another planner.
mm-hmm.
So I do have a minimum because at some point, of course, your work has to look at least consistent. Like you can't do a party that's 20,000, then a party that's 30,000, and then do a party that's 5,000.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you want to keep elevating your clientele. So it's like people are gonna go look at that and be like, "Oh, well, she did these nice events," and it's like, "This was okay," and then they're gonna second guess using you now.
Right.
So it's like, I do accept though because I understand like you can't tell someone like, "Oh, you want a dinner in a restaurant, right? You want to do a private room restaurant. You can't tell someone, oh, well, it's $10,000,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
because it's like half the time. So those people might want to use the restaurant table and chairs, and then you have people like me that are extra that I'm going to bring tables and chairs. So it's like I try to cater to everyone,
But
even
then
though
again, you make that $5,000 job look like a $20,000 job.
sometimes, and then I just be like, damn, this look like $5,000.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like it be sometimes, but sometimes I literally be like biting my nails, like,
But like
fuck,
my
like
thing
I
is,
wish.
even though if you make that $5,000 job look like a 20,000, to from a different perspective outside looking in, they like, oh shit, I want to do that, but like I think that's a $10,000 job. So when they,
Right,
you know what I'm saying, that's gonna work for you. You know what I'm saying,
right.
in your favor.
Right. So yeah, I still, even though like I am getting up there and like my budgets are just getting higher and higher for me because of the work that I'm doing, I still like I don't forget about the people that don't want to do events that big and this and that. So yeah, I accept jobs all the time. I just did an event and it's like it wasn't a 10,000 for Alexis Sky and London Richie. It wasn't a
Wow,
$10,000 event. It wasn't a $20,000 event, but it was.
it was.
If you would have looked
I
at it,
seen
it's
it.
like no,
Yeah,
this is nice.
it's a vibe. So
Like
tell me more about that.
yeah,
Like,
it was nice.
what was that about?
So they're launching a financial firm.
Mhm.
This is also good for entrepreneurs. Also, they're launching a financial firm called the Rich Wealth Firm. You
Okay.
can follow them on Instagram. So they're like a one-stop shop. What they're doing is they have a realtor on their team, which is London Richie. So she's doing the funding of
Mhm.
your business and she's doing a location scout because she's also a commercial realtor. And then you have Alexis Sky that's doing all your marketing and advertisement.
Mhm.
So they're literally, they teamed up. So they're like literally a one stop shop. You could go to them with your vision for your business. They're going to help you find a location. They're going to
That's
help you
dope.
get funded if you don't
That's
have the
dope.
money. And they're also going to provide the marketing that you need.
Wow.
So it's gonna be really great. And they're actually working on a physical location right now, on 14th Street. So
Wow.
they should be
That's
open in like
big.
a month and a half.
Shout out to London, cause like me and her, I remember from back in the days we worked in a club. You know
Right,
what I'm saying? So that's
right,
crazy how she elevated
right.
as, you know what I'm saying? That's dope. And she found a location for Toast and all that. Like
Yeah,
she's been doing big things.
yeah,
Shout out to you, London. We need to have you on the show too. So
right.
that's gonna be dope. But like shout out to them. Alexa Scott too. But like is there anything else you're like trying to work on as well? Like far as what's the next step for you?
You know, it's so like hard for me to like stay focused
Yeah.
because it's like I have so many, I'm doing
So much
so
shit
much
going
at
on,
one
yeah.
time. Like, and even though I have an assistant, and I have people like, it's just like it's so much stuff I have to do. So it's like hard. So I'm like trying to do one thing at one time, but it's like it's not working. It's not working.
Okay.
Like right
I feel
now, I'm
you.
working on a salon suite design for someone. So when I finish with that, now I'm like moving on to the renovations for the boiler. So it's like I'm trying to do both at the same time while also keeping up with my personal schedule, with my events, and
Yeah.
it's just so
So
much.
much.
So that's why the next thing for me just will be my event space.
Okay.
So it's like me and London started scouting, and then it's like I kind of put it on pause because it's like my mind is just everywhere. Like,
Everywhere, yeah.
and I'm the type of person like I would just shut down. Like, I would cancel everything for the whole week. I won't work. I won't do anything. I would just sit in the house, like mind just taking over everything. Like I'm an overthinker too, so
Hmm.
it's like I'll just be trying to figure out how to do it all at once, like how to be
I'm the same
superwoman.
way too.
So it's like I literally when I do that, I set myself back because I just shut out. Like I just shut down completely. So it's like I'm trying to learn how to take one thing at a time. But I feel like at the pace that my career is going, like I'm just gonna have to find a way to just
Yeah.
balance it all because I don't want to put another job or opportunity on hold just because I'm doing this and that. It's like I just have to find a balance. That's like the hardest thing for me right now. It's just
Okay.
like finding a balance in all the different things that I'm doing.
Do you have a team? Like,
So I have an assistant.
okay.
I have an assistant. And I'm really considering right now hiring like a second assistant. But some days I be feeling like, why do I be needing a second assistant? Because even my assistant now tells me I'm just like such a controller. Like
Yeah.
I'm such a controller, especially of my brands, because it's like I trust my assistant 100% with my brands, but I still feel like nobody is gonna do it how I would personally do it. So it's kind of hard to expand your team and like put less stress on yourself when it's like your face card is on the line. Because it's like, okay, what if I give them this responsibility? And yeah,
They mess
they're
up.
trained, they know how to do it, but it's not how I would do it. And I
Right.
fully trust them. And it's like, now I have to deal with that backlash. So I think that I'm probably going to keep just my one assistant and hire, and then I temporary staff for events. I temporary staff people for setup, breakdown, and this and that. So I don't really have to worry about that.
That's dope.
But I think I'm going to hire a creative director.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hire a creative director because that would just take a lot off of me.
Yeah. Right.
Like that would take a lot off of me. So I think that's just the next thing I'm gonna do.
And I see that you travel a lot. Like you've been to a lot of places. Like name some
Right.
places you've been to.
I've been to yeah, I've been to quite a few places. I've been to China. I've been to Thailand and a couple of other islands in Asia. I've been to Europe. I've been to Turkey, New England. And then just like, your basic islands we all go to,
Yeah.
Costa Rica, Turks, Bahamas.
Oof.
So
What's your favorite place that you've been to?
um honestly, either Turks. Turks is in
I'm
my
gonna
top
go for
two.
my birthday, yo.
Turks is in my like top two. And I loved Thailand too. Like I loved
Thailand.
Asia. I want to go back to Asia to go to Bali. So yeah,
Yeah, I want to go there too.
yeah, I loved Asia. But Turks as far has been probably like my favorite. I don't know why. Like what it is about the island. Like it's just a vibe. Like
So you've been to any other island?
yeah, I've been to Costa Rica. I've been to what's so crazy? I've been to like all the main islands that everybody go to, but I've never been to Jamaica.
You never been to Jamaica? You know I'm
No,
Jamaican, right?
no, yeah, I do.
Yo,
I've never even Chad's Jamaican. So many of my friends is Jamaica. I
yo,
never
you need to go to
been
Jamaica.
to Jamaica, but I've been to like Aruba, Anguilla, like all the other little islands, Costa Rica.
Yeah.
Like I've never been to Jamaica
Yo,
or DR. I've
Jamaica
never
is
been
the
to DR
vibe.
either.
You gotta go.
But I've been to Colombia, all these other places, and never.
And what's crazy is I have land out there as well.
Really?
So yeah, I'm
No,
trying to build
listen.
on
People
that.
say good things about Jamaica. Like people. Now, so a lot of my friends, I bet, what's your favorite place? They say Jamaica.
Don't go to the hotel. You could go to the hotel.
I never
and
do
stuff,
hotels and
but
resorts.
go to the
Never.
hood.
I
You know what
never
I'm saying?
do. I
If
never
you,
stay in hotels though. Never.
Chad will help you. You know what I'm saying? Chad will
Right.
direct you where to go.
Right.
But that spot is a vibe. You
I
have a
don't
good
believe
time.
in staying in hotels out the country.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's just like what? Like
Yeah.
no, it's just
You
not.
you
the
just
same
gonna get
type
the
of
regular
vibe. Like,
routine.
I like the villa feel.
Right.
Like I like the staff. Like I'm more of a villa girl for sure.
You gotta
I've
go.
never stayed in a hotel.
Go for your
going on a
birthday.
trip. You know what's so crazy? Because Jamaica's carnival is around my birthday. One year I was supposed to go, and we were like literally supposed to do carnival, and then I think I decided I ended up doing a Caribbean themed party instead in
Okay.
Houston. But I definitely need to
Let's
attempt
make that
to go.
happen, yo.
April's a busy month for me because a lot of people have birthdays in April. So it's like that's why I have to find a balance. Like maybe I need to learn how to start saying no to some things. Maybe sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You need
Now
a break.
I don't travel. I do still travel, like little like New York, Miami. I still travel back, but like I haven't been out the country in a while.
Right.
Like in a while, just because my business, I'm so busy. It's like I don't want to pass up on anything.
I feel you.
That's
That's that
the
Aries
hardest
in you.
part.
That's the Aries.
Yeah, that's
in
the
you.
hardest part. Like damn, like do I really want to be going? Like
That's crazy. Yeah, you gotta go to Jamaica. It's definitely a vibe. The food is good.
right.
Everything is so fresh. The water, everything,
Yeah.
man.
Turks has the clearest water. I
I want to
swear
go.
you.
I want to go so
There's
bad.
no water clearer than Turks. Like I actually took off like the after Valentine's Day through February. I actually took off. Like, don't call me for
You going?
anything because I'm going back to Turks.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm like I was like I haven't traveled like nothing. Like
Yeah.
this is not me. Like I always say I never want to be the entrepreneur to where like my career is my life
Mhm.
because that's just like not me as a person. Like I don't care what it is. Like
Gotta have
I-
balance.
Yeah, like and personal time is it's important. It's literally important, and I'm big on maintaining my social life. Like I don't want to be that person like, oh no, I can't hang out no more. I can't do this and this and that because I'm always busy with my job.
Right.
I never want to be that person, and I kind of find myself like falling into that sometimes. So I'm like, you know what? No, fuck that. I'm like after
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, it's a busy. I'm like I'm not doing anything in the month of February. Like I'm gonna be done with the salon suite. I'm gonna knock out the boiler. Then it's like I'm not doing anything else.
You deserve it.
Yeah, because it's like I just need like downtime.
Yo, that's fire.
But when I take a week off, people call me like, "What are you doing? Like you've been off the whole week. Like you're not doing nothing."
Yeah.
People are shocked. Like you, like what? You're not working. I just be like, Why does everybody want me to work so much? Like, I still have to have, time for myself. So, yeah, I'm trying to balance is like literally the word of the year for me is literally
Yeah,
finding
I'm working
balance.
on that too, man.
It's important.
It's crazy. It's difficult. But you have let me see. Are you thinking about investing into the Apple Apple goggles?
No,
No?
I think it's so stupid. And I just feel like Apple's just tearing us up. Like, literally, they so smart. They literally just tearing us up.
Yeah.
Down to the when a new phone coming out, the
They drop
glitches to the
something
old
every
phone.
time.
Like, it's genius. It's literally genius. Like, that's how you keep your business afloat. So it's like, you gotta do nothing but respect it and respect people's
Yeah.
prices. But I think it's so stupid.
That's stupid.
Yeah, I think it's a waste of money. But
You don't think it will help you with your business?
uh,
You could do multiple things while you on the goggles.
I mean, no, because then it's like my attention span is gonna be just like everywhere. And it's like now I'm gonna feel like I got ADHD. Like
Yeah, I feel
it's
you.
already hard for me to focus on one
One
thing.
thing,
So
yeah.
when I'm already thinking about like 10 things at once, I could literally be thinking about so much in my head, and somebody could be talking to me, and it's like I could just be listening to them and just not even remember a word they said
Right.
because I'm thinking about the event next week, or if I remember to order everything. Like
Yeah.
it's just too much. Like it's too much that's going on.
Would you give it a try?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. Maybe.
But that's dope. That's dope. How you feel about this Nicki and well, not Nicki and Megan Good situation?
Uh,
Uh-oh.
the Barb's is gonna hate me. I feel like I feel
Ah.
like Nikki is one of those people where it's like she's somebody that it just gives like you're somebody that needs to constantly be reminded that you're the
Right.
best at what you do. And it's like at the end of the day, it's always gonna be somebody before you. If some people before you that you looked up to, it's gonna be people after you. So I'm just all about like let people do them. Like
Yeah.
if it's not affecting you, it's not affecting your craft, it's not taking money out your pocket. Why you so invested?
Right.
I feel like Nikki just a mean girl. Like
Yeah, she's
she's just a mean like it's just like you're finding negative topics to keep yourself relevant.
relevant.
Like and it's just like she needs a publicist.
That's
She needs to
sad.
call my publicist.
Sad, man.
Cause yeah, it's just like and she's too old. Like it's
Yeah.
just and I just it's not funny. That I was actually happy that she was receiving so much bad backlash.
Yeah.
Because it's not you're taunting somebody about the death of their mother. It's not funny to play with anybody when it comes to death. Like it's just not funny at all. It's like a bad joke, like literally
And
bad.
I was kind of fearful for that because what if the Bob start, messing with the grave and shit? Because you got the address.
Right, and
'Cause
it's
them
just
Bobs is crazy. You know
no
what
right.
I'm saying?
People's fan base get crazy for sure. People's fan base, that shit is real. Like
Yeah.
that shit is real. Like it's like really like a real cult. Like
Right.
it's real. So it's just not funny though. But it's just I mean to her it is. But it's like I feel like that's why you see she's quiet now.
Yeah.
Cause I feel like she expected to have a different turnout and nobody's laughing.
Right.
It's like a slap in her face because like literally nobody's laughing. Like everybody's talking about how you're a horrible person right now, or we're dragging somebody. Like if the girl lied or not about what happened to her, it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
you're playing with her about something that's like about a death. Like you're
Right.
taunting her about lying on. It's just not funny.
Sad.
Yeah.
So, do you have like a dream celebrity or anybody that you would want to like do the event for?
Every celebrity really. Like literally, that's one thing I'm like pushing for. Like that's of course the ultimate goal.
Right.
Because like I said, when you have, of course, celebrities, and I'm not even gonna just say celebrities because honestly, you have people that give you those budgets that just have successful businesses,
Right.
and they might give you a 50K, 100K budget. Like you have those people in this world that are gonna do that. But of course, if a celebrity does it, it's more,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
more exposure
yeah.
for you. But I'm not really big on just like I would never call myself like even if I was to do a Cardi B, any event for anybody, I would never call myself a celebrity event planner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would never because I
You're
just feel
bigger
like
than that.
that, and I just feel like it just belittles other audience.
Right.
Because it's like at the end of the day, though, a celebrity you might be booked frequently, but it's gonna be regular people. It's gonna be normal
Yeah, for
people who are
sure.
just successful that keeps your business afloat.
That's the foundation. That's
Like,
how you started.
A
you know?
celebrity is not gonna have an event
Yeah. They.
every month. They might have a couple of big events a year, but they're not gonna keep your business afloat. Like, so I think one thing, what I do just want to get into, which I kind of dread, I don't know, wedding planning.
Mm.
It's like a up in the air thing for me. I've had a lot of people talk and ask me like, are you gonna get into wedding planning? And
You
I've
should do it.
had some inquiries about weddings. I don't know if I could do it.
You could do it because you didn't know how to
Whew.
do.
Weddings is
It,
different,
but
okay?
I know it's a lot.
Have you ever
But
been in a wedding?
yeah,
Okay,
I DJ'd at weddings.
so you know the type of kind of listen. I could deal with like somebody not being. I'm a people's pleaser.
Yeah,
Bad, like it's bad.
same.
Like, so I could deal with someone giving me negative feedback about their party, which like rarely happens to me. But if somebody gives me negative feedback about their wedding, I probably would quit
Damn.
because it's like, damn, this is like a special day. Like for some people, this is a once in a lifetime thing. Like some people really only get married once. And what if they're not happy? It's just like that's a lot of pressure.
But do you think like that's a great challenge for you?
It
Like,
is. On my first wedding, I'm gonna collab with somebody.
yeah,
I'm gonna bring in another event planner that's probably a wedding planner
that's fire.
specifically, and I'm gonna collab with them just because it's gonna be certain things that I'm not gonna know how to go about, or I'm gonna be trying to figure out that they're gonna know that they could kind of help me with,
Hmm.
and so I just think then from there I'll probably take it on myself. But for sure, I think my first wedding, I'm definitely gonna collab with someone.
Yeah,
For sure.
I think you could do it. I think you should do it. I think that should be one thing you should do in 2024. Just give
I'm
one.
not.
Just
No,
do
I'm not
one
open.
wedding.
I'm open to it for sure.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm for sure open to it. I'm for sure open to it. I'm not opposed to anything at this point because
Right.
I keep doing certain things, and it's like you shock yourself every time. You're like, damn, I didn't think like I could pull something off out this, or like I look at something like the party I just did for my best friend in January. She did like a BDSM like dominatrix theme.
Hmm.
And it just like went so crazy for me. It was just like so nice. Like the objective was to give it like a sex room feel,
Hmm. I
but like
seen that.
still
Yeah,
make
yeah,
it
yeah.
like an event. And the turnout and just the design, everything, it just like blew my mind. Like seeing the finished product, like nah, this is fire. Like
How was it? Like there was dildos everywhere. What?
no, we did have.
Like.
So, what's popping balloons? He's also getting to staging.
Hmm.
So if you ever need to, like a set or anything stage, he's also a good person.
Definitely.
Yeah, to hit up. So he had this crazy idea, like, we're just talking. I work with him every event. Every event, I don't care what it is, even if I'm not. He's really a balloonist,
Hmm.
but he could do so much. He's like getting into doing so much more. It's like I could call him and be like, damn, like I want a ceiling, this and that, and it could click for him, and he'll be like, oh my god, like I know where to order this from, like I'll do the ceiling install. So it's like he's tapping in so many lanes. So I was trying to figure out how to incorporate him in the event because I was like, well, she's big. I was like, she doesn't want any balloons. I'm like, it's her 30th birthday. She wants it to feel like a sex dungeon, these vibes, this and that. He's like, okay. So I start doing a design, and at first we were gonna hang chains from the ceiling,
Mm.
and we're like, no, like the venue's too big. It's gonna look too empty. We'll have to
Yeah.
fill it up too much. And he's like, it's missing fabric. Like, and we start thinking, we start looking at inspo and certain things. He's like, no, we need to cross fabric in the ceiling. And it's like we did it, and it just was like fire.
What type of fabric?
Just like drapes,
Drapes.
but
Okay.
we just did like a velvet fabric, and we just like
I was
draped
thinking
it.
like leather or some shit.
No, we just like crossed it in the ceiling and like
Okay.
draped it around, and then it's like she was really big on like I always ask people at events like what are your do's or don'ts because it's always different. What some people might want at their event, you might not want to try.
Right.
So because it was one of my closest friends, I already knew and we already talked about her vision. So I was like, hey, we have to create an area that we're not going to do a standard photo booth, but we're going to create a photo op area where people are going to want to take pictures here and it's going to go crazy and people are going to know like, oh, that's her party. That's Nautica's
Yeah.
party. Like, and I left that to him. Like he had this crazy. I was like, dang, like we need to do something. I'm like, she wants this gold mirror. That's really all she wanted. But I'm like, we was like, all right, let's put a couch in there. And he was like, let's just make it like a sex room.
Right.
So we had like a sex swing hanging from we had like a sex swing hanging down that people like got in and took pictures.
What?
Yeah, it was crazy. We had chains coming from the ceiling, and then we just lit the room up in candles, and we just had like different sex props, and like people stayed in that room taking pictures the whole entire event.
That's crazy.
So they knew like, no, I want to take my pictures in here. Like this room is fire. So it was just like it just worked out.
That's good. Any wild shit happened in that party?
No, people when I was telling people the theme, they're like, are they gonna have sex in here? Like, and you know what's so crazy? I was gonna go a little crazier. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna have people in like cake boxes. Like,
Mhm.
I was gonna go crazy. Like, you
Wow.
seen that one Future party he had at State Market,
Mhm.
and he had these girls in a glass box, and they were like kissing. They were just like doing all type of crazy
What?
wild
That's
shit.
fire.
And I was gonna like literally put something, but we were like, nah, that's kind of a little
Mm.
too crazy. Like, they were doing like just crazy shit, like sucking on dildos. Like,
Oh
it was just like
wow.
crazy. We were like, okay, no, let's use it as props, but let's not go
That far, yeah.
that far. Like, that's a little wild. Like,
Yeah.
we was like, that's wild. But no, it was fire though. It was
Okay.
definitely fire. People definitely loved it.
So Jazzy, so are you an introvert?
Um, I would say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Surprisingly, okay.
Honestly, it's like I'm an introvert and extrovert. Like, I'm both. It honestly just depends. Honestly, it really just depends on my mood for
Right.
real. Like, it just depends on my mood.
Right.
I'm moody. Like, I'm semi moody. Like, semi moody. I'm not gonna say just moody. Period. I'm semi moody. So it honestly just depends on like what the situation is or like how I feel in my. It just depends. Like,
Okay.
it just
I
depends.
could say the same for me too. Like I don't really be socializing and stuff like that. It's like if the vibe is right, I'm gonna
Right.
be socializing and stuff like that.
Like, I have those times where it's like I'm naturally though I'm a social person.
Okay.
Just naturally, I'm a social butterfly. But then I have those periods where like a week or two, my friends are like,
Where you been?
so, yeah, where you been, this and that, and it's like I'm just in my house not answering my phone. Like,
Yeah.
I just might not want to be bothered. Like, I get in both moods. Like, it just depends on what I have going on in life right like at the time. Like, it just depends. But I'm naturally a social person.
Okay, that's what's up. Would you say, far as you dating anybody, is it difficult to date you, or is like, do they have to be a certain way? Like you say, you are picky. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
get that. So, what are your standards? I want to know, like, what a man
Okay.
gotta be to
So
date Jazzy.
okay. So so before I became an event planner though, my standards was like I feel like I still had high standards. Well, some people would say high. I don't feel like it's high though, but some people would say high. But it's like now that like I'm a like event planner too, I think that it's like low key fucking with my head because it's tying into like how I look at dating
Right.
because I do so much stuff for people
Yeah.
and like especially romantically. Oh, like on Valentine's Day. Oh, it's like well, it has to be up for me because it's
Yeah.
like you think I'm just about to do a $10,000 setup for somebody and this and that, and I'm about to come to nothing. Like, are you
Right.
crazy or like the bare? It's like it's crazy. Like it really just shows you like it's more out there. But I try not to think like that though. I really try not to think like that. People, when people be saying like, "Oh, don't let Instagram mess your head up" and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like one of those things. Like, don't let your career get to your head. But it's just like I naturally already was like that. Like I don't think I'm hard to date because anybody I dated has tried to spin the block. So I obviously can't be too hard to
Right.
date. But I do feel like I do have certain requirements and standards that is just like if you just can't get with it, then this is like
Tell
you
me
gonna
about it.
get
Like, what are
left.
your
Like
standards? Like, what's your typical man that you know what I'm saying? Is it okay for him to have a minimum wage job, or like he has
so,
to
I'm
make a
just gonna be
certain?
honest. No,
Okay.
because like I don't care what people say. Like, oh, you're bougie, you cliche, whatever. But it's just like if I have a certain career, right, and
Hmm.
I'm like making a certain type of money and I'm doing certain type of things for myself, it's like you have to. Honestly, I'm not even gonna say match. You should be on a higher level
Yeah.
than me, honestly. Or it's like I don't want to date you,
Right.
for real, because I feel like I'm not at the age to where it's like you build, like you're trying to build
Yeah.
somebody up to know. I just feel like we all too grown at this point. Like
Right.
what people expect when it comes to dating. Like you obviously could see somebody's lifestyle. It's like literally if you know that girl like certain stuff and you don't like doing that, then why are you trying to talk to her?
Right.
It's just like dating your lane. Like literally, it's like men need to really date in a lane, and they be calling girls, like materialistic, all type of things, like just because that, and it's like you can't like who would ever date backwards?
Right.
Like if you had someone that was giving you certain things, or just like even doing certain things make you feel a certain way, you're never gonna go backtrack to somebody that's not like up to par, at least to that. because it's like obviously that's what you want and that's what you're gonna expect.
Got you.
So I feel like you don't date backwards. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like you could judge me, I don't care.
I
But it's
respect
like
that.
you can't. It's stupid. Like it's
Yeah.
stupid. It's like learning how to drive a car, and now you want to talk to somebody that needs to learn how to drive. Like what? It's just like it don't make no
You
sense.
gotta match the fly. You gotta
Yeah,
match
like you
the
just
fly.
gotta match what. Like it just make it make sense. It's literally like just make it make sense.
Does it matter like who the person is? Is it white, black, Spanish?
I actually said I was gonna try European or something next. Like
Ooh,
that may
okay.
be a next really. Like think outside the box because
That's what's
niggas they
up.
not cutting it.
You ever dated somebody white?
No.
Okay.
Um,
Talk to
I've
someone.
talked to other races,
Okay.
but like seriously dated no. But I can see it for myself for sure.
Yeah, it's good to expand and try new
Yeah,
things, you know?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Um, what's the most embarrassing memory that you have ever encountered? Like what's the most embarrassing moment you ever had?
Like dating someone, or like just like in life.
Dating. Let's say dating.
Like the most embarrassing. Like he did something that was embarrassing.
Yeah.
Um. um.
Or like
I'm trying to think.
like
I feel like I've had some embarrassing shit happen. Don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to think what's the worst. Like, I have a lot of deal breakers. Like,
yeah.
I have a lot of deal breakers. Like, I have a lot of deal breakers. Like, so it's just like, I don't know. But I just feel like the most embarrassing thing for me that a man could do is just like I'm just big on like public humiliation. Like I'm super big on public humiliation. Like if you done something to me and it was done behind like closed doors or something and it's something like I'm dealing with you,
Mm,
cool. But if you done something to me in like a public eye or it's like somebody else around had to tell me about it or something, it's just like, yeah, no.
what if he
I
left
just
you with the bill at the restaurant type shit
I've never been in that. I would probably
situation?
slap somebody. I would probably slap it. Like what? That's crazy.
Wow.
I've never been in that. I've never
Okay.
been. But I've watched like a story before. It's actually crazy. It was with Gelly who has $1 million worth of game,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he
yeah.
was talking about
Gilly.
how he
Shout
married
out to
his
Gilly.
wife. Right. And they were like, why'd you marry your wife? And he told a story about when they went on the first date and he was like, I went on the first date and I was playing with her and I was just like, I can't pay the bill and she paid the bill and he was just like, I never wanted to leave her alone from there. And it's just like, so you have people that might try you like that.
Yeah.
But it's just like I feel like it's just the way you go about things. Like
Right.
it's just the way you go about things. Like
Okay.
yeah, I feel like it's just the way you go about it. But I feel like a nigga is definitely gonna try to test you,
Yeah.
like at some point with something. But it's just the way you go about it. Like
So you
that's
ever
really
been
just what it
tested before or something?
is. Not that I can think about off the top of my head, but probably,
Yeah.
probably, I probably
Okay.
have.
All right.
But I'm naturally like that though. Like I'm naturally a giver too. Like I'm just naturally like that. Like
Yeah.
even if I'm dating somebody or something and like we going on continuous dates or something, like cool, I might pay for the next date and it's like I'm just naturally like that. Like
Right.
it's just me.
Okay. Um, did like a guy ever like told you something that was off the map, like, and you wasn't, you know what I'm saying, like suspected that, like it was something different, like, damn, why he had to be like this, like,
I just had this happen to me not too long
oh
ago,
really?
actually. And it honestly probably wasn't that bad, but I get turned off very, very easily. Like,
Hmm.
if you say just the wrong thing, it's just like, just go over there. Like, situation just over. Like, it just depends. I think men just, I don't know. I don't know if the men just overthink dating or like getting to know somebody or what, but I feel like they just always trick themselves out of it. Like,
Yeah.
it's just too much. I had a nigga tell me, we like went. It's crazy because at first I was like, I don't know if I like him and this and that. And I'm the type of person like once my mind is made up, it's made up. Like,
Hmm.
and if you try to force me to like you, it's just gonna make it worse. Like then I'm gonna be hearing you telling me like you was kind of mean the other day, and I'm like really, and I'm like oh maybe it's just natural because I just
Yeah,
don't like
yeah.
you or something. So it's like I had a situation like this. I hope he doesn't watch this, but
Ah.
I literally we were arguing about something. It was like about time or something like
Yeah.
that. And I be trying to be nice. Like I don't know how to turn people down like in the nice way. Like I would just distance myself
Hmm.
and I would just hope you'll get the hint.
Yeah.
But you have those people that don't get the hint. And he was just not getting the hint. So it's like
Damn.
when you don't get the hint, now I gotta be a little more vocal. And I'm already honestly a blunt person, but I try not to be like that because everybody can't take it. Like everybody can't take it, but I would literally straight up be like, "Nigga, I don't like you. Like I just don't like you." But I try not to be like that because people have feelings and like I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody might really like you, and just because you don't feel the same way, you don't tell nobody that. Like that's just rude as fuck. But we went out on a date. And at first it's so crazy. I was texting my friend at the table, and this was so weird. My friend, I end up like I was getting an outfit like during the day, and my friend was with me,
Mm-hmm.
and I already like didn't want to kind of go on a date. Like I kind of just like wasn't already feeling it, but he was like doing like little nice gestures and things like girls like. So I'm like, okay, like I need to go on a date with him. Like that's the least I could do at least. Like, so my friend was like bigging it up, like, yeah, go on a date. Like you never know. Like he's been being so
Yeah,
nice. Like he
yeah.
seems like a sweet guy. Like just go on a date. So it's just high ironic. Like that same friend that I was in the mall like getting an outfit with that day, she ended up coming to dinner with somebody at the restaurant and sitting at the table right next to me. So I was literally
Wow.
like texting her at the table like
Wait, so this was just random?
random. Like she knew that I was she knew that I was going there, but it didn't even slip her mind because I like her sister and them was already in the restaurant
Mm-hmm.
and she was coming to meet them. So it was like so weird. Like she was just like, "What the fuck? I'm on the way there," and I was like, "It'd be so funny if your table was right next to ours." And when I tell you, literally, I could like reach out and touch her, like right
Wow.
next to us. So I have texted her at first, like, "This is cringy." Like I just
Wow.
was like, "This was cringy." Like I could tell like he just didn't know. Like I don't know if he was like nervous or
Yeah,
what
yeah,
it
yeah,
was,
yeah.
but he just was like going about it. Like I don't know, it was just
He
cringy.
knew?
No, I think he thought it was good vibes.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what be the worst. I think he thought it was good vibes. But have you ever? I mean, of course not you, but so like when people over compliment me, is like makes me just like squirm a little
Yeah.
bit because it's like okay, it's kind of
All
weird.
right,
Like
you're
you're
doing too
forcing it.
much. You're doing too
It was
much.
like every 5 minutes, I could drink my drink, I could take
You're
a bite of my
beautiful.
food. Yes, you're beautiful. Oh my god, you're so sexy. Oh, like every 2 minutes, I'm like, yo, relax.
Relax, relax.
So I'm just laughing it off though,
Yeah.
because I'm just like, no, this is weird.
Was your homegirl like trying to help?
No, at first, like I wasn't even involving her in it. Like it was just weird. Like it
Oh,
was just
damn.
weird because I just didn't know what to say. Like even if I was to compliment you back, I'm not gonna like every 2 minutes, bro. It's crazy.
That's
Like
crazy.
I'm taking a bite of my food every 2 minutes, and it's like, oh my god, like you're just there, and it's like I get it, but I don't get it. Like
Yeah.
that's cringy. So I was texting my friend like, this is so cringy. Like, and then I got like a little tipsy, and I'm like, all right, he's not that bad.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
okay, he's not that bad. Let me just be nice. Like, let me just be nice. The week goes by or whatever, and it's just like, okay, like, it's cool. But it's like, it's not keeping my attention. Like, it's just like, it's just like, all right. And so, and then it's so funny. We just end up having an argument one day. He was just like, you're just so busy and this and that. And he was like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, you're busy and you have motion, but it's not like you have more motion than me. So this and that. So I'm like, you will never hear from me
Oh,
ever again.
wow.
That had to be the corniest shit like I've heard in a long
So
time.
he trying to make it competitive type
As a
shit.
man, you should have more emotion than me. I would hope so. I would only
Yeah.
want to date somebody that has more emotion than me. So why are you bringing that up? Like, if I had more emotion than you, think I would even come on a date with you? Like, it just don't make no. I was just like, niggas is just. I'm
Oh
going
my
European,
God.
okay? Because this is crazy. I was just like, you did not just tell me that. Like, and then he thought we was gonna have a conversation after.
Nah.
Like, I was just like, what? He was like doing everything he could to like, can we talk? Can we say? I'm no. Like that's.
So you ghosted
crazy.
him?
Ghosted him.
Wow.
Like. But I didn't even. I told him though. Like I just was like, yo, like, it's just weird, and I was just like, it's.
Yeah.
But and he was just forcing it. Like, nah, let's just go to dinner and talk. And I was like, listen, this is what dating is. Like people really don't understand really dating properly. And I was like, every person you meet doesn't mean it's gonna work out. Like
Right.
and I kind of understand that 100%. Like just because I meet you and I might like you doesn't mean that like we're compatible or I
Right,
might
right.
like you, but it might not work out. Like you might do shit that's a deal breaker for me. I might do shit that's a deal breaker for you. Whatever the case is, he could not let it go, and it was so weird because like you don't know me.
Yeah.
So I just thought like serial killer vibes.
Yeah,
Stuff like
that's
that gives
crazy.
me like fatal attraction vibes. Like you're crazy. Like if we really start dating, you're never gonna let it go. Even if like you could probably do something to me and you're gonna be a psychopath.
Right.
And I just was like, yeah, no. Like
Damn.
it was just like
Sorry for you, brother.
and I felt so bad because I genuinely felt like he was a good guy, but it's just like you're
Yeah.
just not for me. And he didn't know how to accept that. Like, I don't get it though, because it's just like, you should say I'm not for you. If I'm just so busy and this and that, you should be like, oh yeah, I don't want somebody like this. And
Right.
like, but he was just trying to force it to work. And it's like, that's where I'm going to get turned off. And it's like, I might get a little mean and I just rather back up because
Yeah.
I don't want to be mean. So it was terrible.
Yeah. That's definitely an experience. I've been there before, but question, how would you like to be approached by a man?
So,
Or do you like to be approaching men?
no, not really. No.
Okay.
Because I just feel like, no.
Okay.
Of course, like women want to feel like they're obviously. I don't care what men say. Women are the
Prize.
catch. Thank you. Women are the prize. I don't care what men say. Like, I don't care. It just is what it is at this point. Okay, like
Right.
it just is what it is. I just feel like I'm different with every. I never date anybody the same. Like it's just different. Like some people might approach you and you just might get a vibe like nah. Like I want to see what this about.
Right.
And then it's like some people approach you and you like okay. Like you iffy. It's just it depends on the person. Like
Yeah.
it depends on how you approach me. It just really depends on the person. But it's like I don't really say I have like a set way how I would like to be approached because sometimes niggas shock me. Like I'm like, oh, okay, like that was different, or like it just depends. Like, but I like men that are like smooth. Like I like romance. I'm real big on romance. Like you have to be romantic. Like that's just me. Like if you don't come off the gate like being romantic, I'm not interested.
Okay.
Because it's like that's just the type of person I am. Like I like thoughtful gestures. Like it has to happen in the beginning, or it's just like my attention span is just like I feel like this is bare minimum.
Yeah.
If it doesn't, that's just for me though, my personal opinion.
Okay. Another question is, what if he has the whole full package but doesn't know how to dress?
What's the full package though?
Like
Like
everything that
the
you
career,
could
he's
think, career,
handsome,
all
whatever.
that, but he can't dress.
We could work on that.
We could work on that.
Yeah, we could work on that.
All
That's
right.
not a deal breaker. We could work on that. That's
What's
not
your
a
deal breaker?
like liars. I don't like people that cuz I'm pretty much like I talked about balance before, but it's like when I want something though, I know how to make it work. I know how to figure out, my schedule whatever. I know how to literally make it work.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm like interested in it. A man, if I'm not prioritized, that's deal breaker for me. Like deal breaker. Or if you don't show me like you're really interested in dating me, deal breaker for me.
Right.
Like it, like you have to constantly date me. Like that's just me. Period.
Yeah.
Like you have to
Gotta
constantly
be
date me.
interested.
Yeah, like I said, it takes a lot to hold my interest because it's like, but am I saying like, oh, we have to go on dates every night? No, but it's like you just need to know what to do as a man. You know what I'm saying? To hold the interest of a woman, which I feel like as a grown man, you should know. Like you have dated different, different caliber of women. You should know, like you know what I'm saying, what women like.
Yeah. What's the most romantic thing a guy ever did for you? Oh shit!
crazy.
Here we go.
I'm so crazy. It's like I don't even want to talk about it because this is gonna flatter him, and it's just like I don't even want to flatter. I don't even want to flatter him. Oh my god.
Ah shit.
No, but I can tell the story now because it's like a laughing thing, and this is what it's like. So the most romantic thing I would say, I'm not even gonna say romantic. I'm gonna say kind of like the most thoughtful thing is like he wrote like a personalized love book.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like crazy. I literally like cried for days about it. It was like the most thoughtful gift I've ever received.
How long was the book?
For it wasn't like crazy long. Like it was
Okay.
like an illustrated book. Like the characters looked like us. It was very very.
Yo, so he went
It's
all the
crazy.
way out and got everything illustrated pictures, all that.
Yeah,
That's
but it's a gag to it.
ah shit. Here we go. What we
This
got?
is
What
actually
we
last
got?
Valentine's Day. Then he turned out he ain't shit because he did the same thing for his ex before me. So it's just like you ain't shit.
So he just copied everything out that book and just
No, like when I say did it for his ex, like he gifted the ex too the book, but he was it's crazy. Like it's crazy. And you know what's so crazy, which even makes this interview even more spicier? That's the person I just got off the phone with. It's like so crazy. This is
yo
so
get him on the phone.
it's
That's
so
crazy.
crazy. Like literally that's the person who literally just called my phone. Like
That's crazy.
yeah, no, it's a no for
So
me.
y'all like just cool.
No, I'm not cool with him at all. He's trying to be cool and there's
Oh, okay,
nothing
got
we
you,
need to
got
be
you.
cool about. Like who does something like that?
How did
Like
you find out?
public, when I say I'm big on public humiliation, everybody obviously has seen me post a book and it was Valentine's Day. So everybody already is like looking at the setups and shit I did. And it was like, it was just crazy just how he did it and like got it to, it was just crazy. And then literally, like,
That shit on Amazon right
The
now.
X at this point it's on
It's
Amazon
on
and they just
Amazon.
changing the name. Like
Yeah,
it's crazy at this point because so many people hit me up like, "Oh my god, can you ask him where did he do this at?" Like
that's
it was
fucked up.
crazy. That's fucked up
That's
to do to
fucked up.
somebody. Yeah, that's fucked up to do to somebody. And he's probably gonna be mad when he sees this, but it's like literally a year later and he still can't let it go.
Damn.
This is
Well,
like it's
you knew
his
what you was
loss.
doing,
Yeah,
brother.
he know it's his loss. So right, that's how I feel. You knew
You
what you
knew
was
what you was
doing,
doing.
but you thought I was gonna never find out. But what's crazy is the girl posted the same book, and men are so dumb. The girl and my best friend follow each other on Instagram. Nigga, you obviously should see this. You obviously know who my best friend is from us dating, and we like partially lived together at this time too. That's what made it crazy here. Niggas just really ain't shit. I'm telling you. Yes, it's crazy. So it's like, why would you do something like this to think I'm never gonna find out?
Fellas, come correct. Future fellas that's trying to
Literally, come
date
correct.
Jazzy, come correct.
Right.
That's
Now I
crazy.
did and find out right away though. I found out like, I literally found out, I kid you not, 2 weeks before my birthday and we broke up. And
Did
I
you
broke up with
get your
him.
gifts and
Nope,
everything?
I ghost like I'm
Oh,
good on you. Like
damn. I would
I
have got
don't
my
play like
gifts and
that.
shit out and then go
All
see
my
him.
friends was saying that. All my friends was like, no, like just string them along to this and that. Like get your gifts. Nope, I don't want shit from you. Like you
Yeah,
really ain't shit. Like,
I feel
cause
you.
it was just deeper. Cause like nigga, we was staying together. Like it was just like a little deeper. So it's like, no, nigga, you just really not shit. And it's like I'm good on you, and I stand on business. When I say like you got me fucked up for real, like I'm out. Like that's it.
What do people misunderstand about you?
Um, I'm not even gonna say my attitude. I think people think that I'm mean.
Mm,
I have some like people think that I'm mean for real, and I think it's because like I'm I'm a social person
hmm.
and I'm friendly, but to a certain extent, like to a very certain extent.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You
uh,
stand on business.
yeah, and it's like I might come around and people like, oh my god, Jazzy mean as fuck, and then like they might meet me again and be like, I have so many people tell me like, you were so mean the first time I met you, but you're such a nice person.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, for real, I was mean to you, and I'd be like, what did I do? And they'll be like, I said hi to you, and you were just like, hi. I'm like, yeah, because I didn't
I
know
don't know
you, so
you.
I was probably like, who the fuck is this? Like all of my. So I was like, I mean, I wouldn't, don't think I would take offense, but I would see how people take offense to that. So I try not to do that to people because I could see like, okay, bitch, you're rude. I'm just saying hi, like. So I try not to. I just try to be friendly, but it's still like a type of
That's
thing.
crazy. How do you want to be remembered?
That's a good question. I honestly, I think that's why I like do so much now because it's like I'm the type of person like I want a legacy. Like I want people to be like, no, like she like did it all. Like she did this, she did that. Like I just want to be known as a person that just like one always treat my people the same like no matter what level. I always want to be seen in a good light like and I really take pride on my character. Like if somebody tells me I offended them, I like to talk about it. So
Hmm.
I'm like, damn, what did I do and this and that. Like I said, people have told me, I've had close friends that have told me like when I first met you, like I did not like how your attitude, this and that. And then like now they're like, damn, like I appreciate you
I
so much. It's
appreciate you.
crazy. Yeah. So it's like I really value like relationships and I value people's opinions about me a lot. Like I could take something negative feedback and it's like I literally it would be installed in my brain. I try not to do it again because I don't want people to ever be like, oh, she's mean and this
Yeah.
and that. Like no, I like people, which I don't get as much, but I like when people are like, oh no, like call Jazzy, like Jazzy will help you or Jazzy's nice. Like I just want a legacy of just being a good person all the way around. So it's like I just try to correct my wrongs when I'm wrong.
All right. What is the biggest failure you think you had?
Um, that's hard. The biggest failure I think I had was honestly, I feel like the biggest failure I ever had was probably not taking like myself serious and like career early on. Because when I was like 24, 23, 20, I was already like, I had these relationships with people. I didn't take like the caliber, like, of like, I guess myself serious. Like, I always valued the relationships, but I think that I didn't, how do I put it? I don't think that I realized like what it really could have did for me early on.
Hmm.
So I feel like that's kind of just like my biggest letdown for myself. Like I see where I am now and
Your
what's done for
value.
me. Right. Like, but I feel like back then, like, no, I really could have, like, the level I could have been on
Yeah.
now if I would have did what I was supposed to do at 23 and 24, because I was always in that position. Like, I was always surrounded by people that, helped me elevate, that put me on certain levels, that helped me, tap into different things. I didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah,
So I feel like that's the
yeah,
biggest
I could
letdown.
relate too, cause like when I'm started DJing, like I was just doing things
Right,
left and right. Oh, free, I do it for free. And then as I got deeper into my career, I'm like, yo, like other people's like, yo, you bigger than this.
right.
Know
Well,
your value.
one thing I will say about that though, I mean, I kind of regret it, but I try not to say I regret it because, like, from that time, I feel like I went through so much and I learned so much to where it's like, all right, I believe obviously God's timing is everything
Hmm.
and everything happens for a reason. Now, do I wish? Because, yeah, I probably would have definitely been a millionaire by now for sure if I would have took myself serious back then. But I feel like I said, God's timing is everything.
Everything.
Maybe I needed to go through and learn
Go
certain
through that,
things
yeah.
those years that's, helping me be on the level that I'm in now or helping me elevate and grow now. So it's like,
Yeah.
I try not to regret nothing.
And I could say that, like, I feel like I'm not rich yet
Right.
because God wants me to go through some shit
Right.
before I become a millionaire
Right.
or rich, whatever. Because when people get money, they get lost. You know what I'm saying? Lost in the sauce. So I think He wants me to go through all these experiences. So when I do get money, I know how to discipline myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it's part of the process, a
Right.
part of the journey.
Yeah, and it's a maturity thing too.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I don't really regret it, but I be looking like, damn, like the shit that I started
Yeah.
back then is like, damn, I
I
could
could
have
have
done.
done better. Yeah.
Right. I'm like, damn, I could have been a multimillionaire right now. When I
Right.
think about it, I'm like, it's like I said, it's just God's timing. So it's like, I just feel like what's for me is going to always be for me, no matter, the timeline of it.
Got you. If you won the lottery, what would you do?
A lot, first of all.
Like, what's the first thing you'll do?
If I won a lottery,
Hmm.
the first thing I would do is buy my mom a house. That's the first thing I would do. If I win a lottery, first thing I would do is buy my mom a house. Then the second thing I would do is buy hella foreclosed properties. Yeah, I'm like really big on. I just love to make money. Like I feel like that's why I do so much because it's like I know people say money is not everything, but I honestly just feel like that's cap. Like,
Hmm.
and I do think like people that do have money sometimes that of course they not always the happiest. But for
Happiest.
me personally, I honestly feel like money is a big part of everything because when you broke, it's like you being broke just turns into so many things. You're angry. Like, you don't feel like yourself. You're depressed. You go through all these different feelings and emotions, you know what I'm saying? When you're not financially stable. Like,
Yeah.
you really do. Like, people think about suicide. Like, it's so much that goes
It's a
on
lot.
when you're not financially stable. I honestly just feel like for me, money is damn near like one of the top two things for me. That's everything. It just makes my life
Yeah, because
easier.
people say money ain't everything, but money is
Is
everything.
everything. Like
You
people say
going on
money isn't
Instagram,
happiness. To
social
me,
media,
money is happiness. For
it
me, it is.
is.
It might not be for you, but money is happiness because when I have money, my people are straight, I'm
Happy.
straight.
Yep.
I could flip it, I can invest in more things to make myself money. I'm comfortable. I could live how I want to. I could do what I want to. I don't have to worry about paying my bills. Like all my real worries in life, I don't have to worry about.
Right.
And I just feel like how is that not true happiness? Like how it just doesn't make sense to me. But I get it. Like people say, like, oh, you can have deeper issues within yourself. Well, that don't apply for me. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I'm sorry, but money is everything. Like, money is literally power. It rules the world.
Who do you talk to when you need like advice or like, you know what I'm saying, some support in your system, in your life, everything?
If it's a like honestly, I talk to I could find and I'm very open. I'm very open, and I'm not the type of person I don't really like hide my problems a lot. But it's so crazy because I have this one particular friend that I actually haven't been friends with that long. Her name is Kayla.
Hmm.
I met her through a friend. We probably been friends for not even a year. We probably
Shout out to Kayla.
right. No, for real. Kayla is like God sent to me. Like, and I don't want none of my other friends to feel no type of way because I have a million friends, my best friends. I have a million friends that are obviously God sent to me, and I value everyone. But Kayla is my one friend that like if I'm confused, I call Kayla.
Hmm.
Like if like I don't know what I'm doing right now in life, I literally call Kayla. If I have personal issues going on, I need opinions on my business, I literally call Kayla for everything. Like I don't know what it is about her personality. She's a fire sign too. I don't know maybe if that's it too, but it's like she just gives me like reassurance in myself so much to where it's like okay. Kayla literally makes me feel like I could do anything. Like, literally, I could do anything. And like I said, I don't want none of my friends to get offended because I have a million friends that support everything I do, that show up for me, and provide the same thing. Kayla's just like a mom or something. She should be a therapist. She really should or something because she's just like, I don't know, she's that friend that you could confide in that has great advice. Like, she's
Right.
very headstrong. Like, she's just a great person all the way around.
Is Kayla older than you or young or the same age?
Barely. We're basically the same age.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
she's like a year. We're the same age basically.
That's what's
So,
up. That's what's up. Okay. Okay.
and she's not judgmental. So it's like I'm big on that. If I tell you something and you try to start judging me, it's like I'm hanging up the phone. I'm hanging up the phone because like I don't obviously don't want to hear that. I just want a advice or opinion. Even if I go do what I want to do, like I still want your opinion as a friend. So it's like, yeah. I call a lot of my friends though all the time. Like, I need to ask you something, this and that. But it's just something about Kayla. I don't know. It's just
That's
something
what's
about
up.
Kayla. She needs to be my therapist.
Kayla, keep doing your thing, man.
Kayla needs to get into therapy for real.
Right. Okay.
It's me like she needs to.
Any TV shows?
Um, I mean, I'm a power type of girl.
Me
so it's
too.
like, I'm power has me in the chokehold.
You watch Raising Kanan?
Yes.
Oh my God!
My
Where you want to
favorite
start?
series though.
Huh?
My favorite series though out of everything is
I would say Power, the original.
yeah. So I like the original Power, but I love Raising Kanan.
Raising Kanan is
That
fire.
shit is too relatable. It's too
Yeah,
real.
it's
But
it's fire.
it's just so crazy on like he's just so smart because Power you could tell it was he like did it backwards.
Yeah,
He did their adult storyline and now he's just going back and
Right.
telling all the individual stories.
that's
So
crazy.
it's like crazy. It's like Tyreek and the white boy is really Ghost and Tommy.
Yeah.
It's just smart as fuck.
And you know what's crazy is I just realized this. I was in the shower and I was like, "Yo, fucking Kanan is
50 Cent?
Tariq."
No,
No. I'm saying
Kanan-
like as a story, like
You think so?
no. Listen. Kanan is like Tariq, and Rock is like Ghost. So basically, he's like not, you know, what I'm saying. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing with his mother. They not like, you
I'm
know what I'm
gonna
saying?
crack your head when I say, if you remember in Power, you remember when 50 Cent came back and he had a cousin that was a police officer, Jukebox?
Yeah, jukebox.
So it's crazy that Jukebox. So it's like makes so much sense how Kanan's now getting in the game and he's like rude.
Yeah.
That's why 50 Cent was so fucking mean in
Right.
Power. So it's like it's all making sense. And they said in Power that he killed his mom.
Yeah.
And you could tell in Kanan that he's probably gonna kill his mom.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just crazy.
But then
like,
again,
it's
there was
scratching my
there was
head.
a part in Power when he walked in the building and was like, "Oh, yo, what's up, Kanan?" And he was like, "Yeah, I just went to go see my mom." So I'm thinking his mom's still alive. So like he walked in the office with with Ghost and Tommy.
Right.
They were talking.
I don't know. We gonna
So
see.
I don't know. So but I say they're relatable, Kanan and Tariq, because they're not listening to their parents.
Right.
So it's like it's getting to that point. It's like they're not listening to their parents.
But I think the only difference is though, Ghost ain't want his son
Right.
in this shit. And Kanan, she wanted her son to be. It's a family.
Nah,
business.
Rock didn't want her to be in it.
Right, but at first you didn't. But
At-
then you got him in it, and then you sent him to kill a cop.
Right.
So it's like you know what I'm saying. You obviously know what you turning him into.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like you turning him into this person.
Yeah.
So it's
shit
like
crazy, yo.
Ghost though. That shit had him tight. Like
Yeah.
he didn't want that at all. He trying to go businessman, and his son trying to like.
Rock
what?
is doing the same thing. Like towards, I don't know if you watched the recent episode.
No, I did.
Rock is like trying to get out, but like she's being forced to get back in because of Kanan, because he's doing the drug
I don't
shit.
feel like she was forced. I think that she was so discouraged by how like it was going, cause like the police fucking with her business, her investment.
Mhm.
So she like, why the fuck am I wasting this money?
Waste my
Like
time.
I don't even know how to do this shit. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
go back to doing what I'm good at. So it's just like it's just in her.
Yo, it's crazy, man. And then Jukebox is trying to get out of the situation, but she's still like getting because of
Her
everybody.
family, I always say your family bullshit gonna
Fuck
always
up,
follow
yeah.
you.
She's about to become a successful singer, but everything keeps dragging her back to the
And she just gonna go stick to what she know.
right.
So it's like, yeah. That's that part of it could be your environment, be real.
It's crazy.
No, for real.
Got you. If you could live anywhere in this world, what would it be?
Dubai.
Why?
I want to move to Dubai bad. I just feel like if I move
And
to
they got no
Dubai,
taxes either.
I feel like if I move to Dubai, I'm gonna be rich. I'm
Yeah,
gonna get
of
rich.
course.
You have no choice.
I think anybody that go, if you're single, no kids, nothing, if you go to Dubai for probably a year or two, you're gonna be,
Like you have no
you
choice.
have no choice.
Like I feel like, and that's I feel like that's what people be need sometimes. Like I'm the type of person like to step out my comfort zone. Like
Yeah.
I'm so happy I moved to Atlanta when I moved to Atlanta, and I moved to Atlanta off of like crazy impulse. Like it was literally like crazy impulse, which was like probably why one of the wildest shits I like things I ever did because I like didn't have a plan for real. Like I was waitressing in a club at the
Hmm.
time and I was working in Houston, and I would like travel to cities nearby if it was like a big, because I had like a big clientele.
Right.
So it's like if it was like Super Bowl in this city and this and that, like I was finding ways to work in those cities for those big events,
Okay.
and because I had that clientele that was going to be traveling to those events and booking tables and this and that.
That's
So it's
fire.
like I was making so much money in Houston waitressing. Like it was literally people were like, "You're so stupid,"
Yeah.
like for leaving it alone. But I'm the type of person, like I said, like money just when it comes to something I want to do. Like if I don't have, I don't. Who wants to fucking be a waitress
Yeah.
forever, or who wants to? And I didn't want to be that person where it's like the money's so good I couldn't leave. But I was working like one day and could make 5,000. Like literally, I could work 2 days and make seven. Like I was literally working one day a week and I was making $3,000 to $5,000 in just that one day. And this is 2018, 17, 16. Shit is cheap back then. Yo rent like 1,200, nice ass condo back then. Like it's cheap. Like you know what I'm saying? So it's like I was making so much money. Like I could go to work literally a full weekend and I could literally have an 8,000, 10,000 weekend.
Damn.
And I literally it was Super Bowl in Atlanta. I came down here for a job interview, which is so crazy. I wanted to work at Compound.
Mm.
And I had like clients though, like athletes and shit that was coming to town. So when I came for an interview, I was like, oh well, I already had people like paying deposits. I had already contacted somebody that was working at Compound, like, hey, what's y'all's table minimums and this and that,
Right.
and keeping in contact, like, hey, what's open? Oh, tell them I sold this, like, and I'm coming for an interview. So it's like I came and they were like, oh well, shit, like we're gonna hire you, and then they was just like, damn, like you booking tables and this and that, like you coming money ready already. They just was like, if I give you a job permanently, like, would you move? I was like, yeah. And I actually interviewed with Steve-O. Shout out to Steve-O.
Shout out to Steve-O.
Right. And he just like, like, would you consider like, moving here to work permanently? I was like, yeah. This happened on Friday. I trained that next day, Saturday. I went home Sunday, and Sundays was like our busiest days at the club I worked at. And I told them like, this is my last day. Like, I'm moving to Atlanta, and they like, no, you're not. I swear to God, by that Friday, all my shit was already shipped. I was
Gone.
fully living in Atlanta. Like I
Wow.
was gone. So it was like just I was like, well, shit, I got a job. I can figure it out. Like, so it was like, and I just moved. I literally just moved, and it just worked out.
It's all about taking risk, y'all. So
I'm a
take that
risk,
risk.
right? It really is, and that's why I be trying to tell people too. Like, you're never gonna elevate unless you step out of your comfort zone. Like, you're never gonna elevate unless like if you keep doing the same thing you're doing, how you expect to grow or see, what you could really do.
Right.
Like that's why I would never believe in working a 9 to 5. Like I would never believe in working a nine
I
to
ain't
five.
going back.
I'm not
No.
because it's like, what do I look like just working for you? Like every day, well, I'm supposed to do this for the rest of my life and not want nothing else for myself. Like no, and just hope and pray I get salary raises and this and that in the process. No, it's just like it's not good enough for me. Like
Right.
it's just not good enough for me. Like I want to make the most money I could make. Like, and you can't do that like unless you literally step out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
But I get it though. People like financial stability. I'm just more of like I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Like
That's me
even if
too.
I could be broke at the time and make an impulsive decision, if he like, it's gonna work out. Like, and it just I always take that leap of faith, and it just works out for me.
I think it's just the Aries in us. That's
Right,
just us. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to
right.
be. We don't like that routine. We don't like being in the routine. We like to just like elevate. You know what I'm saying? So you was working in Houston as a waitress.
hmm
So you think that helped you with your clientele for what you do today?
I'm gonna say it helped people know me. Like,
Yeah.
just like it just I feel like it just helped people know me. But I don't think I'm not gonna say it really helped my clientele because not one person I booked tables with I did a party for. So it's like I don't really think it's helped me. But I've had built relationships with those people that they have introduced me to other people. And, I may have worked with them, and or we may have did something like it. So it has helped me in a way for sure, for
I
sure.
could say the same for me too as a
Yeah.
DJ. If you could eat any meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
chicken sauce.
Chicken sauce?
Yes, it's
What, gravy?
no. So it's a Bohemian soup technically.
Okay.
But like my Miami friend Breja put me like she used to. I used to beg her to always make it for me, but they don't eat it with rice. But we eat it with rice. Like Bohemians don't eat it with rice.
That sounds good.
It's so good. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just so good. Like I don't know. It's just so good.
I gotta try that.
It's so good. Like
Okay.
it's so good. I could literally eat that shit every day. Like it's just so good.
All right, all right. In your opinion, what's the most important personality trait, strength someone would need to work in the industry to be successful in your job?
I feel like a personality trait that you have to first of all you have to be headstrong for sure.
Hmm.
It's like this is really not for the weak. Like you have to be a very strong-minded person because like I said, you have to accept the good with the bad. You have to accept somebody's not gonna always be happy. It's a lot that you're gonna have to accept, and you're gonna have to know too. A lot of times, like it's really not your fault.
Yeah.
Some things be out of your control. Things happen. People might not understand that, and they're not every client you have is gonna understand that. So it's like you really have to. You can't lose yourself. Like you can't let people put you down in this industry. Like you really have to be strong-minded.
All right.
Like you have to be. Cause
Hey,
people,
yeah.
cause somebody could tear you down about, it could be what I paid for a voice I got, and it could go viral. People could really tear you down, like in
Yeah.
this industry for real. And it's like you really just have to be strong minded. Like you just have to be.
Yeah, I could definitely see
Yeah.
that. Gotta be strong minded in this industry because people really hate out here.
Yeah, like if somebody gets on the internet and try to drag me, I'm gonna laugh because it's just like what
Yeah.
I'm gonna laugh. But a normal person who's affected by a lot of people's opinions is gonna break down. That's gonna break them.
Right.
But it's like I'm gonna laugh because it's just like it just is what it is. Like I'm just gonna laugh. It's just like okay, you wasn't happy. Like okay, like I don't know what to tell you. Like
Yeah.
like I'm gonna laugh. Like I'm gonna try to have a conversation with them, and it's like if it's something that can be fixed in the future, cool. If it can't, though, yeah, I'm just gonna laugh.
Keep it moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it moving. Like I can't dwell on it. Like dwell
Yeah.
on it for what? So it's just like yeah, no. But I've had friends like in this industry that are party planners that have stopped because like
Because
the
of the.
negative feedback.
Wow.
Right.
Okay. Do you want children?
I do.
Okay. How many?
Just two.
Just two?
Two boys to be exact.
You don't want to deal with no girls.
No, I don't want no girls.
Yeah. It's a
I
lot.
have primarily brothers, and I was raised around like mainly
Yeah.
men, and my everyday friends are mainly men. So it's like I don't know. I'm just like a boy mom type of girl. I guess.
I
Like
don't want no girls either because it's just a lot. As a woman, y'all go through a lot. Y'all really
you're
do.
the first man I ever heard to say they don't want to have a girl.
Yeah, because I gotta like fight off the guys, and you know what I'm saying? Y'all deal with a lot. Y'all gotta deal with men treating y'all a certain way, and
Yeah,
it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean vice versa though. Men deal with that too. Men deal with that too.
But it's like when you turn a certain age, like 10 years old, people gonna be trying to people trying to fuck you for since you 10 to you for life. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
I mean it's like
it's crazy.
I mean it is, but it's just like it's I don't know. I don't know.
And
It's
you gotta make sure your little girl's not around certain people, and you know what I'm saying, people get molested, raped, all that
right,
stuff. So it's like you gotta be very cautious with
right.
girls.
Yeah, you do.
And you know what I'm saying? You don't know what they going through when they go to school, and you know who talking to who, and it's just a
No,
lot.
that's a fair. I think that's why I don't want girls either, though. It's a lot being a woman for real. Like
It
it's a lot.
is.
So it's like no, that's. And I know they'd be like, oh, men could get molested too, and for sure they can.
Yeah,
But the toll on a woman and certain
it's
things
different.
is different. Like it's different.
And then you gotta like teach them how to maneuver, because you
Right.
know men can lie a lot, and you know try to like you know rail them in by doing, saying certain things like "I love you" and
Right.
doing this, and then you got to teach them to be tough and have tough skin for that. It's like it's a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? But
No,
yeah,
it is. It really is.
because you know what I'm saying. You got older men trying to talk to you, younger men trying to talk to you. It's all men trying to talk to you. So it's like, are they strong enough to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? And you gotta put that in their head
Right.
to deal with that. Because I see it, and I be around men, and I know how men think,
Think. Right.
and it's sad.
Right.
There's men out here, they'll fuck anything. They'll fuck a branch, a TV, a
No,
squirrel, whatever.
no,
They
literally.
hungry and they
Yeah.
they will plot
No,
on you.
it's scary. No, it's scary for sure.
Yeah.
It's for sure scary. Yeah, it's imagine your daughter being at R. Kelly house. I love R. Kelly though. I'm sorry. But
R.
it's like
Kelly
I
is
would kill
dope.
R.
Yeah,
Kelly.
I
Like
love
if
his
I was a
music.
parent, I would kill you. Like
Yeah.
if you was what? You touching my daughter, like I can't. But it's like I love R. Kelly down.
Yeah, his music is
But
classic.
yeah, just things like that mentally though, I was like, I'm going to jail for life. Like I
Yeah,
can't deal with, I mentally would never be able to deal with
it's
nothing
just
like
little
that.
things. Just
And
for
then as a parent, you know you kind of feel like some things are your fault. Like when certain things happen to your children, like my mom goes through that. Like and I be out there to tell, like if I make a bad decision or something that has a negative outcome, like my mom would literally cry. Like she literally would beat herself about it because she feels like if I make a bad decision or something and it's like something life changing for me, she feels like she fails as a parent. I be telling her like it don't have nothing to do with you.
yeah,
I was raised very well. Shit, I'm just
you
grown.
just
Like
going through the.
yeah, I'm just I'm figuring shit out. I'm making
Yeah,
I'm making my own decisions. I might make a mistake here and there. She literally just like cannot take it. I
yeah,
just be like, yeah, I can't. With boys, it's just easier. It's
yeah.
definitely
I
easier.
would say that. I think I would be better off with a boy because I could really put him in the right lane. But I have three nieces right now, so it's hard. I already know. I'm trying to put them in the right direction.
Right,
They young though, but I already know what type of problems they're gonna go through.
right.
You know, but yeah. All right, y'all. We about to wrap it up. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you catch Jassy on her journey. Jassy, just tell your Instagram what they want to know. Like, just drop all your information.
Right. So you can follow my personal page. It's AYO underscore JASSY. All my businesses are in the bio, and then you can just see what I do.
Yeah, and you got it right there. So tune into our next episode and subscribe, follow, do it all, and purchase some merch. It's dope. You know what I'm saying? So www.nycreationshop.com. And we out, baby. NY Creations, Daily Vibes.